Hello, this is Eve from 3D Fashion in Color, coming to you with these three interesting outfits. Now, I'm going to be describing these outfits, and at the end, if you can write in the comments which one you prefer, for example, the first outfit, the second, or the third. Now, let's begin. Now, when you look at this outfit, I think the first place your eyes go to is the middle because it's really interesting. You have this high waisted wrap skirt in wool blend fabric, really nicely tailored. Now, here in this skirt, you have an overlapping asymmetrical waistband. Check out the way this is done here. And it fastens on the left side here with this metallic buckle that is. And here you have these fabric panels that um, fall from this tie, from this, the way it's secured here. Now you have a small flap pocket here that it sits right below the waistband here on this right side. And you also have this long tailored skirt. So this part here is long and tailored. Okay. And it just drapes all the way down past the knee. But on the left, which is really interesting, you have this really crisp pleated mini skirt that exposes the thigh here, the thigh area. Okay. So this is really beautifully contrasting all in one garment here. One like a skirt, pants, but there's so many contrasts. Now the bodice, it's just so it's minimalistic because it's a fine knit bodice with just the long sleeves and some thumbhole cutouts. And here it just making it look really like longer than it is. And here though she's wearing these solid black thigh high socks here. They reach right above the knee here onto the thigh here. And they look, if you at first look, I thought it was like a pair of boots, but it's not. Okay. Here she's wearing this pointed toe black patent leather heels with some ankle straps. And she's holding this circular bag with a chain strap. So this is really quite an interesting look, in my opinion. I just love the way the skirt is done. Really adore it. Now, when you look at this outfit, um, you ask yourself, well, what really strikes me about this outfit? And here there are really many things. First, I look at the asymmetry. Okay, if you do asymmetry going on everywhere here. And then I look at these geometric patterns, the way they're placed. So we're going to be talking about this because it's a really very interesting look. Okay, so here for the top section here, we have this high mock neck collar. Okay. And this, as you see, is fitted. So this is a fitted bodice. Now here you have the bare shoulder because it's one shouldered, where the right shoulder is bare. Now the left shoulder is really fully covered, and this sleeve here, it's it's wide, but it comes down here towards the hem area. It widens towards the hem area here. So here it's really very interesting because the absence of this sleeve really reinforces this symmetrical look here. Now, before we go on, the type of material they would use here would be a type of a silk jersey, okay, and or a type of a some sort of a fluid stretch that's woven material. And the reason being it allows the draping, okay. Now here, for example, let's talk about the print and the print, the way they're placed, okay. So this is called engineered print placement, and what it just means is that these motifs, just check out the way they're placed. They're placed strategically and not just randomly. They're just not placed like in any old way, but they're placed in a really specific way. Okay. And if you check this out here, for example, you have stripes going on here. You have like linear patterns in the line, okay, patterns that are all lined up. You have monochromatic ornamental detailing also, and a lot of contrasting panels. So now let's talk about the monochromatic gray. There are different shades because monochrome can be one color, but it can be also different shades of color. So here we have also kind of different shapes of gray. We have like a maybe light and also like a charcoal gray. Okay. And the reason they use these different shades, it's they're looking for a look that really is that is a really cohesive type of a look. Okay. Here, okay, there are some small red accents that are used. Okay. But all in all, they're looking for this type of a cohesive look that it's like not all over the place, like there's no yellow going on, that is like a big band or green or any other color like that. Now, these, if you look carefully here, even this part here, you'll see some geometric lattice motifs also. And these lattice motifs, it's like repeating like structured patterns and patterns like shapes like lines, squares, diamonds, triangles, all all of that in a sort of like lattice. Of course, the word I think you've already heard, or you can look it up. It creates a grid-like effect because what happened is like they interlock, okay, to create grid-like effects. Now, there's also, if you look carefully and, like maybe at first glance, you may think, oh, is there patchwork going on here? So you have that patchwork effect also. Now, the way here that the waist is emphasized here, the way this material from the bodice drapes across the waist, okay? It wants to look like a bias cut, like a type of a bias cut, but it's the material itself, no? Now, this the skirt, it's almost almost floor length, and it flares here from the hips. Here you have this asymmetrical slit, and Here, I think if you try to appreciate too this the way the solid colors of this material, for example, look at the way it how it was cut. To here the solid color, here the hemline, solid color, and it looks as though a trim was added. But no, this is the material itself. So this is why this is it's really important to understand how this is engineered print. Really, really done well here. Now, I would say that maybe the four important sartorial features here in this garment, it's the way the construction is so asymmetric here. The way the print here it's placed, the way it's placed, and here you have this a single sleeve going on, and also the draping. Here you go from there, tight to flowy. Look at that, tight to flowy. Now, this look features an asymmetrical draped jumpsuit. Okay, you see the way this is here? This is a jumpsuit. Now, it's like a type of a harem jumpsuit because of the volume. Look at the volume of these pant legs, okay? And the way they're cinched here, all gathered in this section here at the cuffs. Now, here we have like an asymmetrical one shoulder neckline. You see that the right shoulder is bare, and here you have this like broad draped panel of material here on the left shoulder. So it's like it wants to remind you of a shawl, okay? The way they would drape a shawl. Here underneath you have this simple strapless bodice, the same color that it takes up the color of the waistband here and a belt rather, and the color of the mane of the jumpsuit that is. Now this wrapped type of a sash waistband here, it cinches the waist really nicely, but it also, if you try to understand without it, it would everything would just look like one big, really big, voluminous outfit. Instead, it defines this the hourglass shape here, and it just anchors everything from the top to the bottom. Now, these harem pants are low crotched and gathered here at the ankle, and really a very important thing, if you've noticed about this fabric here, is there again, there is an engineered print placement going on. Okay, so that when this material was cut for this to do this jumpsuit, I think the seamstress had to think very carefully about the placing here, even the placement of the certain parts, certain sections, in order to have this dramatic look. Okay, very interesting dramatic look. Sometimes you can even create these looks by, yeah, doing a patchwork kind of thing also. But sometimes you have the material that just it comes like this. Okay, it's just made like this. The print is like this. So you have to cut accordingly. Now, the ornamental motifs here can be a jacquard type of motif, this motif going on, and even embroidered textile. Now, note this beautifully solid black panels and these highly ornamental sections here. So really, this is really lovely. Okay. And also, just love the way, of course, you match it up with this strapless bodice. Now the colors used here too, there is also a monochromatic theme here because here you use black, but you also use there are also colors that like a grayish theme, this ivory, maybe beige going on also, and some charcoal undertones. I'm not sure if you can appreciate or see it here properly. Now we finish here with this ankle strap, also open toe stiletto heels sandals. And here again, this is a very, very interesting look too. Now, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.